Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome back to session. And today we are going to learn an important topic called voice. What is that?
Voice.
Of course, it's not like voice modulation. It's completely about voice which we use to talk, right? So when you heard about voice, what do you feel? Voice? Are we going to learn about any voice modulation or pitch? No? What we speak? No. So of course, we are going to talk about choice of voice. What is that?
Choice of voice.
Choice of voice. Why I'm telling choice of voice? We have got two voice. One is active voice and another one is passive voice. Of course, active voice means the normal tenses. Okay. If you are using any tense and framing sentences, it comes under active voice. For example, I speak English every day. I speak English every day. What is the tense in it? The simple present tense. The simple present tense. So it's a sentence in simple present tense comes under active voice in the simple present tense itself. Okay. Of course, English is spoken by me every day. English is spoken by me every day. That comes under passive voice. Now let us learn how to change the tenses, and I'm going to follow the same thing like how we learned the tenses actually. So for example, in the beginning we are going to learn how the simple tenses get changed into passive voice. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, later continuous, later perfect. Okay, so let's learn. So the main differences between active voice and passive voice, for example, main, we have many, I'll show you. So active voice and passive voice means, you know, right here the subject is elevated, okay, or highlighted. What is that? So if you are taking the main, the subject called doer, the one who is doing the work, then it comes under active voice. And if you are taking the subject again, sub object as a subject, then it comes under passive voice. So just let's take that example first, which we have taken. The example which we have taken, that is, yeah, I speak English every day. Who is speaking English? I am speaking English, right? So yeah, I speak English. Okay, let me take only I speak English. Every day is time, right? Leave it. So I speak English. Now, what is subject?
I.
Subject. Subject is
I.
verb. Object. Of course, you might have. You may ask, like, no, sir, where is the helping verb? Do you have helping verb here or not? What is that? I do speak English. So, in short, I write I speak English. Fine. So, now, what is the object actually? English. Now, I am taking the object as subject, English. Speaking. So, is spoken by me. Of course, if it is every day, done. The same. Of course, now this is subject only generally, but subject got changed. I to English. This is subject, this is verb, and this is object. But here, which has become subject actually? Object has become subject, and the subject has become object. But now in this structure, in this sentence, what is the subject actually? English. But you are taking an object as a subject, that's it. Okay, we are highlighting the object. But it doesn't mean that English is doing something. I repeat, I speak English. It means I am doing something. I am the one who is doing the work. Is called normally subject. Okay. So the doer is called as a subject, and thing which is involved in the action, this is the action, right? It's called object. Okay, but we are highlighting English. I'm not talking about me actually. Previously I said I speak English, which is highlighted I. Okay, I told you, right? Whatever the thing you are talking about is called is called a subject. Okay, I am talking about myself, so I speak English. What if I say he speaks English? Who is subject? I'm not talking about myself actually. I'm talking about he. He speaks English. Both the objects are same. I speak English. He speaks English. When I say I am the doer. When I say he is the doer. Okay, he is the one who is doing the work, right? So here we are highlighting I or he or she or somebody else. Okay, and now in the passive voice, which is highlighted, you never ever highlight what do you call I mean, if it is a passive voice, definitely object is highlighted. You won't talk about the subject. I repeat, you won't talk about the subject. So that's what here, subject, object. Do you understand the concept?
Yes.
And when do we use, okay, this passive voice, in the sense when the subject is unknown to you. As I told you, there is a mobile which is broken. You don't know who broke it. You don't know who broke it. You can ask, like, but you will say that, you will highlight, it is broken. It is broken by someone. You don't know actually. Okay, and you can see only the object, not the doer. Okay, not the one who did something to that. But of course, the object is there, which is involved in the action called breaking. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my mobile or wallet was stolen. It was, we don't know the doer actually. In that particular time, generally we highlight or we use passive voice. And of course, there are some cases where we need to emphasize or stress on the object. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As I told you, for example, I told something to you and you forgot it, and I informed you, for example. So I can ask you, like, already I did it, right? So which is important? My thing is done. You are important to me. So I ask you, are you not told? Are you not instructed? Are you not instructed by me to do so? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
In that cases, we use passive voice. I can tell, didn't I tell you? I can say, didn't I? Didn't I tell you? Of course, I'm blaming myself, or I'm doubtful about myself. I'm sure that I told you clearly. So I am particular about you, whether you are informed or not. Whether you are, in that cases we use passive voice. Do you understand?
Yes,
So are you instructed or not? Okay. Are you allotted or not? Are you informed or not? Yes, you are, but why don't you do? Why didn't you do? Likewise. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Done. So here active voice subject is highlighted, and passive voice object. And let us not write object here again. Object becomes a subject. That's it. If you are writing something in the beginning of the sentence, definitely that is a subject itself, but object comes as a subject. That's it. Again, many teachers, they may say that, this is object again. You can't start a sentence with object, right? It is a subject actually. Now in this sentence, subject, verb, object. We are talking about English actually. The thing which you are talking about is called subject according to me or for you. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And that's correct only. That is right. In this sentence, English is spoken by me. What is our subject here?
English.
I'm not telling about myself. I'm talking about English. Okay, so that becomes my subject. It doesn't mean that it does something. Okay, I'm just highlighting and I'm talking about English. What has happened to English actually? It is spoken by me. That's it. Right? So here we use normal voice and all. Clear? And here you use only helping verbs. What are they? You know, right? Active voice means tenses. Helping verbs. In short, I'm writing. Okay, but of course you need to write full sentences later. So, and here we use be forms again. What are they? Be forms. All be forms we use, nothing else. Of course, we do use have and has as well. Have and has. Of course, I said, right, have and has are semi helping verbs, or it has the nature called both sentences and statements. Sentence and statement. Along with this, we use have and has as well, right? And next here, helping verbs here. And another one, while we are talking about the tenses, is called verb forms. Am I correct or not? V1 or V2 or V3 or V4 are used. Okay. right? In the tenses generally, verb forms I'm talking about, and here only one, that is V3, which is called the passive form or perfect form, PP rule. In perfect tenses we use V3, it means past participle, and of course in the passive voice also we use V3 only, V3 only, irrespective of any tenses. It would be continuous, we use V3. If it is perfect also we use V3. If it is simple also we use V3. If it is past perfect continuous also we use only V3. How? We are going to see. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And of course here we do not use no, by or something. Okay, by or for or to. Okay, of course it may come along with with the object, but we don't use this by or for or to or with the subject, okay, but here we mention this by or by mostly, or it would be for, to, or with. Yeah, okay, of course, so you can take some examples and we'll be discussing later. So mostly we use 90% we use by. It is done by, it is drawn by, okay, it was written by, it is being written by, whatever. Okay, so by you find generally, okay, 90% of the sentences you would find by in passive voice, and in general no, active voice you don't say, right? Whenever you are using by, automatically passive voice exists. Okay, if you are telling like, it is happened by, it is drawn by, definitely it is not active voice. I'm just, that's what I'm telling. No, no by, for, what. Whenever you are using again by, of course you may use this for, to, with actually. Okay, but nowhere you will find by in passive, in active voice. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? These are the main differences first. Okay, by using this we are going to take simple tenses and we are going to change into active voice into passive voice. Before that, okay, now let me go with the process. Later I'll let you know. Okay. Now simple. The simple present. Give me one example. Already it's done, right? Generally, of course, we have taken the same tense called simple present tense, right? So as we all know, I or he. Let me take he. Already I we took, right? So here we can complete does also. Okay, so he writes stories. He writes. I'm not taking time actually. Let's not get confused. Time, whatever the time comes, it will be repeated generally, right? So he writes stories. He writes stories. Fine. So what is the subject here? Who writes actually? See, remember, stories will never ever do anything. Stories will be created or read by or written by or sold by, whatever. Stories won't be formed themselves, okay, and it doesn't do anything. That's the reason objects never ever do anything. Okay, they just involve in the action, involve in the actions. Okay, so verb, object. Okay, according to us, we know this is active voice, right? That's the reason we have taken subject in the beginning, right? So now what should be there, and what should be, with what we have to start our passive voice? With the object. Let us take the stories actually. Or here if you want to write, emphasize, he writes the stories. He writes the story. Then the stories actually. Okay. Okay. Stories. Which tense is this? The simple present tense. I repeat, simple present tense. So after changing the tense also, it should be in the same tense. Those are similarities. Here we have discussed about the differences, right? And what are the similarities in the sense? It should be in the simple present tense. Of course, passive also it should be in simple present tense. If it is in present continuous tense, passive voice also should be in present continuous tense. If it is in perfect, it is also should be in perfect. Is it clear? Tense shouldn't be changed. Okay, only object and subject are changed or interchanged. Okay, and highlighted or emphasized, I can say. So just I am taking the stories, and as it is simple present tense, I am taking the be forms. Which forms I told? Be forms of or be forms in the present tense. Yesterday also we discussed is, am, are the present be forms which we use to state statement in the present or voice in the present. Okay. Later, past forms was and were. In the future will be. That's all. Only six. Only six. Stories are here rights. So rights is there, but we know that already we have discussed. It should be rights is V1. Does plus right infinitive form. But according to the rule or passive voice, grammar or whatever the structure, what should come? V3. So what is the V3 for V1 called rights? Written. Let us apply the same. Okay, and of course followed by I told you by. It doesn't happen. It happens by written. See, stories write something. Stories writes. No, stories will never ever write anything. Those are written by someone. So stories are written by whom? When I was telling the structure of a sentence, I clearly mentioned one thing called in the place of object. I told you pronoun will come, but which pronoun will come? Objective pronoun will come. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Try to recollect. That's the reason I say always like if I say something, there is a reason behind. Okay. So here I can't write. Stories I didn't change. Same I wrote. Stories are written, of course, written by he. We can't write. Okay. We can't write him. Okay, because stories are written by him. Okay, object. This what is the place actually? Object place. That's the reason I'm telling it is not a subject. Subject is there. Only object we are writing here. So here it comes subject. No, of course here our subject is stories only. So happily we have written stories, and here that he will become our object in the sentence in passive voice. So we are using the same objective pronoun of he. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I say the stories are written by he?
No, sir.
No, I can't actually. Written by him. Okay. So that's the reason we have taken by him. Is it clear? Now, what if the subject is singular? He writes a story in a week. I repeat, he writes a story or one story in a week. Then a story is, that's it. Okay, a story is written by him. A story is written by him once in a week or no, that's it. He writes a story once in a week. A story is written by him once in a week. The meaning is same. The meaning is same. Only thing which we do is we highlight subject in active voice, object in passive voice. That's it. If you are talking about the object, passive voice. If you are talking about the subject, it is active voice. That's all. Okay. And the format for tenses, simple tenses how they are, continuous tenses how they are. And let us learn how do we use passive voice. Okay, passive voice forms and all. Of course, the only thing is B forms are important, followed by V3. So comparative tenses voice is easy. We feel that it is complicated. Do you understand?
Yes.
When you understand the logic and the rules and the structure, compared to that, this is very easy. No need to remember which form it is. Only V3. Okay. Of course, before that, what should come? That is very important. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now this is simple present tense. Now let's take simple past. Let us take the same thing, okay? Then you will understand the differences, right? The simple past tense actually, okay? So what is the simple past form for he writes stories? He he wrote stories or the stories. Any plural, right? I'm not using or not. I'm not emphasizing the stories actually. Okay, he writes stories commonly, generally. I'm telling, right? Not particular stories. He writes stories as a habit. I do. Now, so the same here are written. We have used actually, right? Because it is simple present tense. Now let us take the stories actually. Stories here present simple present, that's the reason are here wrote. In wrote what do we have? Did. In wrote we have did, or wrote we know that it is the simple past form. Simple past form, of course we should understand the tense. Okay, simple past tense. And let me write past no past tense for the passive voice, that's it. Okay, here are, that becomes were. Okay, after that the same, of course we changed the tense already. Okay, so written by him. As it is present are, as it is past were, that's it. Simple past, simple past, simple present, simple present. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Now let me take the simple future. What is that? Simple future. Yeah, the simple future. Of course, in what is a simple future for? He writes stories. He will write he will write stories or the stories. Right. He'll write the stories. The stories or stories. Stories. Now here it is present. That's the reason B form of present. Now it is past. So B form of past. Now this is future. Will is future. So what is the B form of future? Future, future tense not. Okay, future continuous not. Simply statement in the future. B form of future is will be. Will be. After the form you know. What are the tense it is? V3. Hi, hello. What are the tense it is? It is V3. So will be written by him. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, simple present tense. That's the reason he writes stories. Stories are written by him. Both are in the simple present tense. Clear? Now, the simple past. He wrote stories. How to change the tense? Of course, be form of the past tense. So, stories were written by him. Done. The simple future. He will write stories. The stories or stories will be written by him. Here, written by him, written by him, written by him is same, common. Okay. That's the reason I told you many times, helping us play an important role. It changes the tense, it changes the voice also. Okay. It it is useful to frame the questions. Okay. It is useful to frame the negative. It is useful to change the tense, whatnot, everything. That's the reason Heart of English is. Thank you. Okay. Hope you have understood. Now let me move. Let me teach you the continuous tenses. Any doubts still here? And mostly in your schools or colleges also you have learned it so clearly. Okay. Of course they skip. They don't teach clearly about the continuous and the perfect, right? And when you understand the logic, sigma. You know, right? If it is a big project, big thing, we take only sigma. We make them into no, particles, small particles. We take. You want to know about A to Z, then we'll take sigma and we take only sigma A, B, C, plus and so on. So if you know this small particle, if you are solving this one, if you apply for all remaining particles also, that will become easy and the same result will come. So you'll add that sigma 1 plus sigma 2 or sigma 3 or sigma a plus b plus e likewise. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So let us take. Now we have taken which we know, known to unknown, known to unknown. Yep. So which tense are we taking? The present. Tense I'm not mentioning actually, but of course we know, right? Active voice means tenses. Active voice means tenses. Anyhow, we have passive voice also. That's the reason I'm just writing the present, continuous, active voice and passive voice. Passive voice I can't say it's tense, okay? Yeah. So in present continuous tense, assume that, let me take the same or better you will understand the differences. Okay, no, you have to, the same one. Okay. No, just he is. He is.
Writing stories.
Nowadays, nobody is writing stories. All are telling stories. Yeah, all are telling stories. They are cooking up the stories actually. Right? He is writing stories. Anyhow, as it is plural, no need of article. Otherwise, we should take he is writing the stories. Yeah, he is writing stories. Now, of course, as for the rule, let me take the object and let me write the first. Let me write it first. So stories. See here, stories. Present continuous tense. We have to use present B forms. How many we have? Am, is, are. For plural we have are.
Written by.
No. If you say are written by, that's what. See. If you write stories are written by, it will become simple present tense. All of you have a look. Okay. So for example, if you write the stories are written by him, and what is the active voice for that? He writes stories. But here he is writing stories. He is. So you can't say like the stories are written. No. Yesterday I told you actually the stories. Here it is continuous tense. Change. You should not change the tense. I repeat. You should not change the tense. So that's the reason to support that. ing writing, of course B forms are important. B forms are after this are, to show that continuity we have being. What is that? The stories are being V3 again. That you can't change actually, it is a constant one. Okay, written by him. That's the reason I'm taking the same example actually, right? Here the stories are written by him, the simple present tense. Now here the stories are being written by him. The stories are being written by him. That's what present continuous tense in passive voice. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because of the being, it will become present continuous tense. If you are not using this being, automatically the stories are written by him. The simple present tense. The simple
Present tense.
and there is no meaning of continuity. To show that continuity, we are using being. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Present continuous. Present,
continuous.
that's it. V3 passive voice. Present continuous V3. Okay, that's it. So, as it is past present continuous, let me take past continuous. Yeah. The past. Why I'm not mentioning tense actually? Of course we know. And of course I'm talking about active voice and passive voice, not the tenses. And of course this is simple past present continuous tense only, and this is present continuous tense in passive voice. That's it. So what is the example actually which we have taken? He He is writing. Now what is the past continuous for he is writing stories? He was writing. Very good. Writing stories or the stories in your subject is stories. So stories, simple. We are taking the same object. Stories here was past. Yeah, we have to take the B form of, I mean B form in past tense. Okay, past continuous, no past tense. Okay, so let me take here stories, right? Here he was, so stories were, or will become were. That's it, right? After that, writing, to support this writing, let me write, yes, continuity. To show that continuity, I write being and a letter same, written by him. Is it clear? That's so simple when you understand the concept. When you understand the concept, otherwise you'll be confused. Of course, yesterday when I asked you, you changed differently, right? Of course, after this class you shouldn't be, and of course will be given a home task to practice it very well, and will be given notes also. Okay, which will be useful to you, which will give you a clarity. Now, what is the next one? The future. The future continuous tense. What is the future continuous for this actually? He will, future continuous, right? He will be writing he'll be writing stories soon. That's the time. Stories. I always mention, I'm telling, and if you want to emphasize and if you want to take it as a object as particular and all, then you can use the also, the stories. But I have taken only stories. The stories, it should be in future. You can't say stories are written, stories were written, right? Stories, we have only one helping verb called, I mean be form called will be. The stories will be being, of course you would have not heard, but that is the correct one. Okay, in the beginning, yeah, by him, not me. By him, correct. Okay, stories will be being written by him because it's in the future actually, right? Future continuity. So we are just taking future helping verb, future be form will be, and to show that continuity we are using being ing, and just we are writing the same, written by him. That's it. Is it clear? So we have completed simple tenses and continuous tenses. Simple tenses and continuous tenses. So what is next? Perfect. So just have a look. So here is, are, was, were, will be, will be. We don't have plural or singular, right? We have only one. That's the reason we are taking only will be. And the difference here, see, stories are written by. Here stories are being written by. There stories, stories were written by. Stories were written by. Here stories were being written by. Their stories will be written by. Stories will be written by. Simple future, but continuity, right? Future continuous. So that's the reason. Future stories will be being written by. To show that continuity, we are using just be, being, because as I told you, in passive voice we use be forms, and of course for continuity being. Be, is, am, are. Of course be, am, is, are, was, were. Past for future. I mean, if you take it as a verb, be, been, being. That's what we are taking, being. Okay, let me take perfect tenses. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I hope you will tell the answers, right? Which perfect? Let me take present. Perfect tenses are perfect actually to speak. Present perfect. Yeah. So what is the present perfect for? He has written stories just now. Okay, anyhow, I'm not taking the time right now. So he has written stories just now. So stories will become our object in passive voice or subject. Stories. Yes, here he has written stories. But of course, perfect tense should be in perfect tense. If you change the tense also, if you change the tense also. Generally, we are habituated, like, okay, he has written stories. Stories are written by him. That's it. That's what passive voice. Oh, completed, right. Let me take was. The stories was written by him. We are habituated, we are confused like that as of now. Not everyone, few of you, right? What I'm telling, let us not change the tense, so it is active voice or passive voice. Now, to highlight, I told you, remember have means perfect. While I was teaching Hub of Helping Verbs, I taught you, right, how have means perfect, present perfect actually, right? Present perfect have, right? Have will become had in past. Future perfect, future will future. Perfect means have, will have. That's the reason we use will have in future perfect. Simple. When you remember the definition, that's it. So here it is same perfect tense, right? So here because of singular we have has, because S for singular, S for singular, and here stories, right? So let me take have. Okay. Yeah. So if you write like he has written stories. Already we have taken the helping verb also. Okay. Helping verb we have taken only perfect tense. Here we didn't take be form. I told you, right, this is not a be form. Am, is, are, was, were, will be. I don't know whether I told you or not. F1 I told you clearly. There are entirely 18 helping verbs. I repeat, entirely 18. We have be separately, been separately. Be separately, been separately, which we use in passive voice like that. So totally 20 I told you. To make that 18 as 20, a good number. Okay. So I told you be and been. Now let me take that been, which is a B form. Okay. Stories have been, to show that no perfectness also, V3, right? There V4 ing being, here V3, right? Have been written by him. That's it. Generally, if it is have been, if it is a subject, okay, if it is a subject, the one who does the work, the one who does the work, that will become have been. Have been means generally which form will come? Before. For example, I have been writing stories. I have been writing. That is present perfect continuous tense. Here we are not talking about the subject. I repeat, here we are not talking about the subject. We are talking about the object. Do you feel that there is a case called stories have been writing? Stories have been writing. Stories, will the stories write anything? Do they? No, they never write anything. They generally involve in the action. That's what I'm telling. Okay. That's the reason I said, Guntur doesn't do anything. It involves actually. So I can go to Guntur. Guntur is gone by me. You can't say. You understand? That's the reason. This passive voice exists. Okay. Only when the thing gets involved or by something. For example, it can be visited by me. Guntur can be. Oh, Guntur doesn't do actually. Okay. So Guntur is gone by me. I can go to Guntur. I go to Guntur. I am going to Guntur. I will be going to Guntur. Whatever I can say. Okay. Guntur is gone by me. So, no, not correct English, right? But I visited Guntur. I visited. Guntur can be visited by me. Guntur can be. So I visited means Guntur was visited by me. Is it clear? So passive voice exists when only the thing which is involved or displaced or gets some impact actually. If I go, nothing will happen to Guntur. So I can't say Guntur is gone by me. But I can say Guntur is visited by me. He called me, so I was called by him. He invited me, I was invited by him. He is inviting me, I am being invited by him. Still going on. It's not yet done. He's still requesting like that. Is it clear? Yes, sir. So, active voice, passive voice means only you change the object as subject, subject as object. That's it. I repeat, object as subject, subject as object. It will never ever become subject actually. Okay, it won't do anything. I repeat, object doesn't do anything. Object doesn't do anything. It just involves in the action. Okay, so that's the thing. So subject as object, object as subject, and V3 is same past participle form, right? So let us take. Why I'm telling means you are, you know, right? Stories have been means, sir, have been is a helping verb in present perfect continuous tense. Is it present perfect continuous tense? It's just present perfect in voice. Okay, that's the reason I'm not mentioning the tense actually. So now past perfect. Now you understood, right? As I said, sigma, apply the same. Take past form. That's it. Past perfect. So he, generally past perfect means he had, he has written, he had written. Why are we taking written actually? As it is perfect tense already. Passive voice also the same. Perfect tense also the same. That's the reason we may get confused, but let's not get confused. Only you can see the format actually. Okay, do we have subject here or object? That will finalize or that will decide either it is passive voice or active voice. That's it. He had written stories before he joined here. He had written the stories before I asked him. That's the case. Okay. Right. So same stories. Here present. That's the reason we are telling have been. Of course, tense shouldn't be changed. That's what my point from the beginning. So let me take the same past form and had been the same written by him. Present to past. Been perfect tense. Been not continuous tense. Continuous means what will come? Of course, you know, right? Ing. Okay, have been, being. That's it. That's what the future. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect tenses also we can change. It's not that tough actually. Okay, when you understand the concept called active voice, it means tenses. Passive voice is very easy. Passive voice is very easy. Generally, before knowing, we feel that it is tough. Okay. Now the future. Okay, what is missing in the sense? The, right? Previously I mentioned the three tenses. No? No, I mentioned the. Yes. No worries. Of course, tenses are unique in the world. Okay, you can mention the. So, the future perfect. Let's write along with me actually because hope you know, right? So he has been, will have, he will have written stories. Of course, yes is small only. Right? Stories are the stories future will have, we don't change, will have to talk to mention that perfect tense we write been in V3, it doesn't change, by him. So stories will have been written by him. That is what the passive voice for future perfect tense. That's it. Okay. Here this is important. This is important. Hope you got it. Right? Nothing. Just that's the reason tenses should be learnt or taught this format, not all the present tenses once, past tenses once, future tenses once, because we do not have any relation except present, past, future. But we have a relation for simple, all simple tenses once, all continuous tenses once, all perfect tenses once, and all perfect continuous tenses once. That's the reason I am teaching like that. I am following like that. That is easier, so you can follow the same and make the student understand the concept. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts? Are you getting any confusion?
No, sir.
Sir, teach only present tenses, sir, once. Then you will be confused, because definitely R will become no word directly, and you will be confused like anything. There is no relation between I write no novels. I am writing novels. But if you take I write novels, simple present, simple past, I wrote, I do, I did. In future, I will. Do you understand?
Yes,
So if you want to take let me learn only present tenses once, past tense once, you will be confused. I write, I am writing, I have been writing, I have written, I have been writing. There is no touch except that present. Okay, there is no relation, no similarity actually. Here we have similarities. V1, V1, V1. I do write, I did write, I will write. Continuous. I am writing, I was writing, I'll be writing. I have written, I had written, I'll have written. I have been writing, I had been writing, I'll have been writing. Writing, had been, same. You understand? So let us learn like that. So in the same manner, that will be the easier format actually. Then voice also will become so easy. The present, actually I was the one who told you to be very smart, right? I'll write here the present do you know present presentation also we call, gift also we call present, right? Present is a gift actually. Live in the present actually, not in the past. Okay, live in the present. It's a God's gift, right? Presentation, present. Let me present for you and continue as. What is the present perfect continuous for he has been writing for last 10 years. Anyway, I'm not writing it because we are just want to focus. We are focusing on only the passive voice actually, right? Of course, the stories. It means stories. You get them? Stories. He, right? That's the reason we are using has. Stories is a plural. Let me take the plural be form or helping verb. Stories have been. Okay. Present perfect. Till here it is present perfect. Present perfect. Okay. Oh, sorry. Present perfect. To show that continuity, we write. Of course, it will become a bigger sentence. That's the reason we don't use actually in general. In general, we never ever use these tenses actually. Okay. I mean voice. Stories have been being written by him. That's it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Can we copy the test in this? Yes, we can, but not now. So the past. The past perfect continuous. So here he has been writing. That will become he has is present, but here it is past. So he had been, yes, had been writing stories before he joined here or something. So the stories are stories. Stories had been continuity. Okay, writing. Let me take be and being. Okay, V3 because it is passive voice written by him. That's it, nothing else. Okay, we are changing only because of the tense. Active voice, the helping verb. Okay, we highlight on helping verb. Passive voice, we are highlighting on the B form of or B form helping verbs actually, right? It's a combination of B form and helping verbs as well. That's the reason. Heart of English is helping verb. That's it. Not more than that. That's the reason while you're sleeping also, if I come to your dreams and ask you, tell me how about helping verbs. Okay, do, does, did. Okay, well, it should come like this. Okay, yeah. Now, what is the future perfect continuous? Hey, what happened? What is the future continuous for this? He had been, so he will has been, right? Very good. He will have been writing stories for the next 2 years. I think he won't complete this one. Rajamouli will have been shooting Varanasi for next 2 years. Likewise, so it will be continuing in the future. That's what future perfect continuous tense. He will have been writing stories. So that we will have been waiting for the movie. The stories will have been, oh my god, huh? Written by him. Do you understand why I'm changing like this? If I start right, that's it. Okay, so that's all about the passive voice. Now just to go for a small recap actually. So here it is the simple present tense, right? So before that, I speak English, we generally say English is spoken by me. Okay, by taking that example, that concept we have taken, okay, in active voice, we generally consider, we highlight subject. And in the passive voice, what we are highlighting, subject as, we take subject as object, or we highlight object actually, not the subject. So what is an object? Which involves in the action. What is a subject? The one who does the work. Okay, doer we call it as, no, whenever you are talking about passive voice, you can hear the words called doer. Okay, that's it. So subject, object. Here in active voice, as it is related for the tenses. Tenses are formed, or sentences are formed by using helping verbs. Forget about auxiliary verbs, okay, be forms, blah blah things. That's it. We generally call helping verbs to frame the sentences. As we have sentences, tense, sentence. Okay, if there is an existence of tense, it is sentence, according to me, right? So many of the trainers also they are telling, according to Ishwar sir, what is meant by sentence means they are using it since according to you, for you can say, okay, because they don't know Ishwar, right? That's why. Okay, so helping verbs, we generally frame the sentences by using those sentences which has tense is called active voice. What is passive voice? In a sense, we don't use helping verbs actually, we use be forms. Generally, when do we use be forms? When do we use be forms? To frame what we use. Huh? Of course, here passive voice. What else? We use be forms to frame. Very good. Statements. Okay. We use be forms to frame statements. Okay, all be forms, right? Be forms we use statement in the present, statement in the past, statement in the future. The movie is nice. The movie is nice. I have taken a be form called is. The movie is nice. Statement in the present. The movie was nice. Statement in the past. The movie you go and watch. The movie will be nice. Statement in the future. Here we do not have any tense. I am telling. Movie is nice. No work. No work in the sense, no verb. Okay, no verb in the sense, no time. No time. Movie is nice. When what does it do? Nothing. I'm giving a statement. He goes and he watches and he says movie is not nice. His statement. Okay. Movie is superb, I said. He says movie is flop. Movie is? It's my statement that movie is nice. Okay. Statement in the present, statement in the past, statement in the future. His statements will be changed. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
The same B forms we take in the passive voice. It means am, is, are, was, were, will be. See, have a look actually here. Are. Is, it's not there because we took plural object. If I take only story, the story is written by him. The story is written by
Him.
same here. What if I take, no, he narrated a story to me. I repeat, he narrated a story to me, or he narrates a story to me. A story is narrated to me. Okay, I mean, he told a story means to me, right? I am narrated a story by him. I'm taking Yam also. Am, is, are. He narrates a story to me. He narrates a story to me. Okay, then if I want to change it as passive voice, I should become the subject, right? Now object goes and takes the place called subject. So I am narrated a story by him. Simply you take told. Okay, he tells a story to me. He tells a
Story.
to me every day, for example, he tells. Okay, then I am told a story by him every day. I am present. Okay, he told a story. He told a
Story.
so I was told a story. I mean, was and were both should come, right? That's what I'm telling. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So am, is, are, right? So here, if it is only story, story is. Am should come only with I. So that's the reason he narrates a story to me. I am narrated a story by him every day. So am, is, are only will be. Same here, past. Here, future. All future. Now see, what is here? Are, were, will be. Here, are, were, will be. Here, perfect. So have, had, will have. Here, have been, had been, will have been. Being because of continuous tense. Here also continuous tense. Being. Here also continuous tense. Being. Do you understand? That's it. I told you, right? What is meant by perfect? If you say simply, I wrote the notes, completed. Just you want to say exactly, perfectly, I have written. I have
Written.
that's the difference. You just want to say generally continuous tense. Okay, I'm writing.
Writing.
No, you just want to highlight and say perfectly, perfect continuous tense. I have been writing. I'm writing. I'm writing. Of course, I started, right? I would have written. I would have started earlier. So I just want to mention exactly. Then I take perfect tenses. I'm writing. Of course, 1 second before also I started. So if I want to tell perfectly, I can say I have been writing for last 1 second. After that, it will become 2 minutes. After that, it will become 2 hours. That's what perfect. You can say either simple or perfect. I wrote or I have written. I'm writing or I have been writing. That is only the difference. Okay, perfect tenses means not too high, no, too tough, nothing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If you want to say simply, simple tenses. If you want to say perfectly, perfect tenses. Same with continuous and perfect continuous. Perfect means exact, right? Particular time will be, particular time period will be, particular situation will be. Then to just to mention that particular time, what is meant by time, tenses? Time and work. Exactly when did it happen? Perfect tenses. Simply when it happened. Simple tenses, right? If it is continuing, continuous. Perfectly continuing, perfect continuous tense. That's it, right? So simply we have taken the present, so perfect. Okay. Simple is very easy, right? Because of are same, past to past to past. Because of this simple tenses, we are not adding anything else. Continuity we are not using, have we are not using, because simple tenses, right? Simply are written. Next, continuous in a sense, we are adding being. Next to perfect means we are adding have, had, have, because those are perfect tenses, right? Perfect continuous means we are using after have been, we are using that being. That's it, nothing else. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Just go through it once again. Try to understand. Will be, of course. Is it done in the sense with voice? No, it's not at all. Done with voice. Voice is existed in questions also. In questions also. Same thing you can change as a question, right? For example, he has been writing stories. What is yes or not a question? Has he been writing stories? That's a question. Now change this as a question because we know the format already. We have learned it clearly. So how can you ask an yes or not type question? Okay. Have stories been being read by him? Oh, perfect continuous tense. If you are changing means this will become a cakewalk, right? Are stories written by him? Are stories written by him? Yes, stories are written by him. That's so simple when you understand the logical. Again, helping on. Take the helping on, keep it in front of the subject. That will become a question, S or no questions. Okay. Same. If you want to write S or WH word questions, what were written by him? Stories were written by him. Okay. Who? By whom stories were written? Stories were written by him. Do you understand? You need to take the object. Based on the object, you have to change the WH word. That's it, right?
Who, by whom?
That's what.
Question start
With whom, by whom, for whom. That's the reason I told you, right? Here, by, for, with. No, we don't mention in active voice. But whereas in passive voice, we use by or for. With whom. Okay, by whom it was written. Okay, likewise, was it written? Okay, choice of voice. Both are same. If you are using Rama killed Ravana, same. Ravana was killed by Rama, the same. Okay, as I said, passive voice is existed in questions. You understood the concept. We'll be sharing you some data, no issues, and of course for the modal verbs also. What is that? Without that, if I conclude, it won't be fine actually. Okay, so he should attend the party. He should attend the party. So party should be attended by him. Should will become should be. Should will become can will become can be. Okay, so I can complete the work. I can complete the work. The work can be completed by me. Simple. Use that again. Be forms. What is that? Nothing else. You will apply the rules actually. Be form can be, should be, must be. You must attend the party. Party must be attended by you. You must call him. He must be called by you. You. Okay. Likewise, we change the passive. I mean, active voice into passive voice. No, generally it's not active voice. Of course, active voice obligations in the present will be changed into obligation in the past in passive voice. Is it clear? We can change voice for obligations also. Obligation in active voice, obligation in passive voice. Is it clear? Right. After the lunch, you come back.